everything you know about Paul Revere's midnight ride is wrong. It was unimportant.
Guaranteed to not change your life. This is the Unimportant Podcast.
Welcome to the Unimportant Podcast. My name's Anthony. That is Joe Bob.
The British are coming! The British are coming! Does that sound familiar at all?
I've heard it before.
You were a history major in college, so it should
For a
be
semester,
very
yeah.
familiar with you.
I was a history major for a semester.
So Paul Revere's midnight ride, right? Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
British is attacking the American colonies, which are still British colonies at the time. Paul Revere, they're trying to find out if the British are coming by land or by sea.
Right.
So
one if by land, two if by sea.
Yep, one if by land, two if by sea. The poem that says, "Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere." Paul Revere, sees.
Did you have to memorize that in school?
I think so. I can't.
At one point in my life, I knew that whole thing backwards and forwards.
I know the first two sentences.
I don't know anything after that anymore. I'm trying to think of when you said that, I was trying to think of the next sentence and
can't think
nothing.
Of it. So what we all know, right, is once the two lanterns were hung up in the church tower, Paul Revere gets on his horse and rides screaming through the towns that the British are coming, the British are coming, the British are coming.
Yeah.
Except for, no, he didn't. Historians agree that riding through a town yelling the British are coming would be completely stupid and not at all effective. Because first things first, a bunch of the people in the area still identified as British, right? They're still part of the British colonies.
Right.
So him saying the British are coming...
Yeah, we kind of forget that not everybody... in the 13 colonies wanted to split.
No, not at all. Not everybody wanted to split off. And two, even if they did want to split off, like say imagine like, let's say California wants to split off from the United States, right? And the military's coming and someone tells, the Americans are coming. And I go, okay,
well,
I'm right here.
I would hope nobody else is coming.
What do you need me to do? Also, first of all, people identified as British. So that would have been a completely ineffective thing for him to say. And two, yelling it at the top of his lungs would have given him away and he would have been immediately killed. Because, you can't, you're trying to notify the rebel army with, in a quiet and not to draw attention to what you're doing. Yeah. He's not going to go through yelling in the streets.
Can we just pause for a second and talk about something way more important?
Okay.
So,
I don't know. Are we allowed to do that?
Oh, yeah. We can't talk about anything important.
I'll just say it anyway.
I don't think it's very important. At what point did we lose our British accents? Were British accents not developed in the 70s? Like, is that...
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what they talked like back then. Because there's no recordings of it.
We were originally British, so...
Yeah, and when did we develop California accents? Which I don't think we have accents, but everybody else would be like, oh, yeah, you guys are totally from California.
Totally.
Totally, bro.
Okay, dude, keep going.
So, interesting fun fact. Paul Revere and the rest of the patriots that were battling the Brits called them regulars. So it's likely that he not only would have yelled and not yelled the British are coming, he would have gone to door to door or to the people that knew he was coming or were prepared for this and say, the regulars are coming.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is so not as cool as as riding through on your horseback saying, the British are coming, the British are coming. It just sounds like a heroic thing. And I understand why you would tell that to third graders because everything needs to be big and, exciting. And it's not that exciting if you got a guy kind of like riding his horse. And then it's exciting in the grand scope of history. So he would tell somebody and then they would tell other people and it kind of spread it this big, huge web.
The original Instagram.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's exactly what Instagram was up until, Instagram.
Yeah. I think, what do they call that? The neighborhood wide web instead of the world wide web?
Yeah, the neighborhood wide web. So another interesting fun fact, before Paul Revere could even get on a horse, and again, remember, assuming that the horse riding through the town and yelling the British are coming is the most exciting component, he had to cross the Charles River in a rowboat Do you know this?
Yeah.
You are a history major. You're our history
I learned
expert
this
here.
in like second grade.
I didn't know
Yeah, and
this.
didn't he like wrap his oars in cloth or something to make it silent?
Have no idea.
That's what I always learned.
It was illegal to travel by water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In this time, so in a rowboat, he had to sneak past the British warship HMS Somerset, which was at anchor in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So it was illegal, and he snuck past a big British ship and all of the British guards in a rowboat. That is way more exciting than a dude riding on a horse. Why
didn't we learn about that?
The midnight rowboat of Paul Revere is a way better. That's so much better than the sneaking past an entire naval fleet. Well, maybe it wasn't an entire naval fleet, but
Sneaking past a big boat.
if you're gonna romanticize it, do it in such a way that's exciting. And they have guns. They're muskets, but they have the ability. They have firepower. So this is a dangerous thing. So, but all that's to say is he obviously did ride a horse after that. But riding a horse through the town, nobody's gonna arrest you for riding a horse through a town, especially if the British are trying to keep their attack surprise. But yeah, he rode the horse through the town and quietly told people the regulars are coming which doesn't sound near as exciting at all. Again, hugely important to to the advancement of the Patriot, what they were trying to do, but not entirely historically accurate when we think about it from a fourth grade social studies level.
Right.
But anyways, this is unimportant.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Unimportant Podcast. Go ahead and hit subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to if you want to guarantee your life will not be changed.